Plank. Presented by Ram continues on ABC Action News Now.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Plank. T. Korun sitting along here with Ralphie. Ralphie, thanks for manning the phones, buddy.
Hey, anytime. I think we got like Sabol calling in or something.
Yeah, Sable's on the line, and we're going to get to him in just a second.
Yes.
See, every time I look up and try to promo those damn things, they go away. There they are, see? And I look away, they're there. Now they're, you're killing me, man. All right, just do it at T. Korun WFTS, because all the rest of that crap, I have no clue. All right? I really don't. I understand. I don't. Do you know anything about this?
I know about a phone. I think they should call in.
Yeah, there's no freaking chance.
You're right. Not everybody has a
I've
cell
given up
phone.
on it. I give it up. I think we should just turn the phones in and save the money. You want to do that?
That's
okay.
it.
Okay. All right. But we have John Sabol on the line calling us from the Arctic Circle or someplace north. Johnny!
TK, what's happening?
Oh, well, I tell you what, the Bucks aren't, that's for sure. And this show has been about as mediocre as it can be. This is going to win a freaking award. I don't know what award, but it's going to win one.
When you have one win on a year, your show isn't going to be the greatest. I mean, let's just be honest.
I tell you what, thank God we had Ralph here today.
Hey, John.
I saw Ralph there, and that voice sounds very familiar.
Hi, John.
I can't put a... Yeah. Hey, Ralph, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, man.
Yeah?
Doing good.
Are you feeling a little under the weather?
No, not really. I just tripped and fell before I came here, so I got a little blood on my face, but it's okay.
Yeah, apparently your body fell off, too.
Well, no, I'm just short.
He's had an out-of-body experience, John. Speaking of which, aren't you having that, too, chasing around after a Sasquatch?
Yes, the elusive Sasquatch. I did see him, and he did tell me to tell you that you owe him $100 still.
I was going to say, to tell you he was going to call him the show or something.
I tried to, but his hands were too big to work a phone.
To work a phone? Is that it?
Yeah, you need to wire him a lot of money.
Yeah, I got you. Hey, listen, how about what are you actually doing? And where the hell are you, so let everybody can know?
Yes, I am out of town, out of the state.
I'm out of town, no kidding, Sherlock. Okay.
Yes. No kidding. I'm in the state way up north in Michigan.
Okay.
Being a native of Ohio, I can't really say the M word really that much.
I understand. I'm sorry about that. I forgot.
That school up north.
That's right.
Yes, so I'm up there. I am visiting my brother-in-law for a little duck hunting trip that we try to do every year. So we're in northern Michigan, and it's been a lot cooler up here than in Tampa. It's supposed to snow here tomorrow.
I was going to say you should have some snow tomorrow. Are you leaving tomorrow? Or are you still going to be there tomorrow?
I fly out tomorrow morning back to sunny Tampa, so I will miss out on the snow. But early forecasting has said that we could get a dusting in the middle of the night. So I might see it when I leave. And you know what? If there was a lot of it, I would be sure to somehow package it and bring it to you, because the Midwest that you are from, TK, misses the snow for you.
I got you. Hey, listen, I got one question for you. Who do you think should walk the plank this week?
I mean, is it an obvious question? I mean, an obvious answer. It's the rookie who just does not know how to hold on to a football. Austin Seferian-Jenkins.
Oh, you think so?
Walk the plank.
Well,
I think he does. Yeah. Now, people might say, "Oh, he got hit in the ball. Just got."
He got hit in the what?
Big hit. You don't just. I understand that, but when you're holding the ball in the wrong hand, how many times do we talk about this, DK? This sounds like a broken record with some of the rookies on this team this year.
I know. You're right, John. You're right. Hey, listen, I appreciate you calling, because this could have been probably the first time in the history of television that a actual call-in show got no calls.
Our typical caller, who is that? Gerald, he hadn't called in this week, and I just think people are too afraid to call in to speak their mind. This is a team that has one win, and they're struggling mightily, and we want to hear the fans' voice, and we haven't. I think maybe if they start winning, people will start calling in. It's unacceptable either way.
We'll see. Well, listen, have yourself a safe trip back, okay?
Yeah, we'll do it. By the way, this week when they play the Browns, I got to say, this is going to be another toss-up game. And every time you and I pick the Buccaneers, they go ahead and lose. So I'm going to pick the Browns to win this, hopefully to use reverse psychology and get the Bucs to win.
All right. Cool. Johnny, take care, man. Enjoy your stay up there in that state you don't like.
Sounds good. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, see you. All right, that's Johnny Sabol joining us from the great state of Michigan. I can mention it now because he's not on the line, right? Hey, where's Matt McGuire? Is he still around? Okay, next up the bat, ladies and gentlemen, Matt McGuire.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Ram Fantasy Football Tailgate. We're on to Week 9 in the NFL already, and the playoff picture is starting to take shape. Now, we all know the Bucs are nowhere on that canvas. We'll talk about the loss last week, and we'll look back at the Bucs through the first half of the season and how they've done from a fantasy football perspective. We'll also talk about a couple of guys that you can pick up in Week 9 that you may want to start. But let's start with the Bucs. You know, I mentioned last week the Vikings had the 5th worst rushing defense in the NFL, and that didn't help us out at all. The Bucs only had 66 total yards rushing, and to put that in perspective, there were 17 players in the NFL last week that had more rushing yards than the Bucs. So we can't run the ball, we can't give our quarterback enough time to throw the ball. The Bucs are just a mess altogether. When you look back at the first half of the season from a fantasy football perspective, our highest rated player is Mike Glennon, and he comes in at 84th in total points. Now that's pretty bad for the highest rated fantasy player to be 84th overall, and he's 28th among quarterbacks. I talk about Vincent Jackson and Mike Evans a lot each week, and Vincent Jackson early on was proving that he could be pretty consistent. He's starting to fade a little bit, and Mike Evans is starting to come on. When you look at the numbers, they're very similar in total catches and total yards between Vincent Jackson and Mike Evans, and Evans actually missed a game. So going forward, I think Mike Evans is a little bit safer of a play for the Bucs, but you know, that's in the passing game. The running game is really where we're struggling. We've only got 4 rushing touchdowns all year. 2 of those came from Josh McCown. So I'd stay away from all Bucs running backs, and if you need to start Mike Evans or Vincent Jackson, it really should be as a low 3rd wide receiver option. Now, if you have Vincent Jackson or Mike Evans on your team, we're going to talk about a couple of guys that you might want to pick up this week. Now let's start with Brandon LaFell in New England. A few weeks ago I mentioned how Tom Brady's been off to a slow start, but he's been on fire ever since. 12 touchdowns in his last 3 games. And Rob Gronkowski is still Brady's favorite target in New England, but Brandon LaFell came on strong last week, 11 catches for 124 yards and a touchdown. As much as they throw the ball in New England, if LaFell can prove to be that consistent number 2 target, then you can feel pretty safe about getting some production from him for the rest of the season. The next guy I want to talk about is Dante Moncrief in Indianapolis. Now, Andrew Luck throws the ball about 40 times a game, and Reggie Wayne's been out with an injury. Last week I thought Hakeem Nicks would come in and get a lot of those targets that were going to Wayne, but it's clear that Moncrief is going to be the guy. He got 7 catches and a touchdown last week, and if he remains that number 2 target for the Colts, you can again expect some good production from him going forward. And the last guy is Montavious Bryant. Now he's a rookie for the Steelers, and this is only his 2nd game last week, but he's already got 3 touchdowns. Big Ben throws the ball about 40 times a game too, so if he proves to be that number 2 target, he's going to get a lot of those looks going forward. So those are 3 guys that if you do have Mike Evans or Vincent Jackson, that you can pick up and plug into your lineup and probably get some more production out of those guys. Now, there's 2 running backs I want to talk about this week, and the first one is Frank Gore in San Francisco. People keep on waiting for age to catch up to Frank, and each week he's making this wait a little bit longer. The 49ers are playing the Rams this week, and the Rams allow the 2nd most yards to running backs in the NFL. The 49ers are really big on controlling time of possession, and a large part of that is the power running game. I expect Frank Gore to come out and have a big week this week. And what's surprising to me is he's only being started in 37% of the leagues out there. So that means a lot of you guys have him on your team, but you got him on your bench. You're going to want to put Frank in the starting lineup this week. And the other running back I'm going to talk about is Denard Robinson in Jacksonville. Now, he's still relatively unknown, but back-to-back weeks of 100-plus yards should get him some attention. He's being started in 62% of the leagues out there, and the Jacksonville Jaguars are playing the Bengals this week. The Bengals allow a ton of points to running backs, but he might need to get started pretty quickly because I think it can get ugly really quick in Cincinnati, and Jacksonville's going to start throwing the ball a lot. But I still expect Denard to keep on with his 100-plus yard games. Well, that's all we've got for Week 9. I'm Matt McGuire. Thanks for watching the Ram Fantasy Football Tailgate. And remember, hashtag the plank on Twitter if you have any questions.
So he gets a Ram truck out of this, and what the hell do I get? I get this. Huh? I get Ralphie. Ralphie.
I'm helping you out, Tommy.
I appreciate it, buddy. You know what? If it wasn't for you, there would be, well, I don't know what there'd be.
Better?
You're losing your hair, by the way.
I know.
Whew, I'm going to blow it away there. Excuse me.
Yeah, wait till you get old.
Yeah. Well, listen, dude, I am losing my hair. All right, how about TKs? Which one do you want to do? Picks or keys to the game? Picks. Here they are. Yeah, the Browns. Of course I'm going to take the Browns. You think I'm going to take the frickin' Bucks? Every time I take them, they never win. All right, Broncos and Patriots. I'm picking the upset, the Patriots over the Broncos. How's that, huh?
I like that.
You like that one?
I like that.
You like that, huh? Being from, where are you from, Boston?
Around there.
All right. Around there?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I walk around.
You walk around?
Yeah, I don't have a
How the
place.
hell do you walk around? That's
Well,
what I
I
want to
mean,
know.
I roll around.
You roll around? Okay.
I do head spins.
You do head spins? Okay.
Like they did back in the day.
All right, what do you think about my Saints-Panthers pick?
I think the Panthers are going to take that one, Tom. I think you're going to. I mean, you've been wrong almost every single week.
I have, yes.
So I'll
you've
go
been
with the
watching,
Panthers.
have you?
I've been watching.
Really?
I couldn't call because of my hands. Their lack of.
Gotcha. Well, here, check my keys to the game, you little.
Let's
All
see.
right, you check my keys to the game. How about don't fall into Lake Erie? First key. What do you think?
Tommy, they just got to show up. If they show up.
Show up
and they-
where?
If they show up to their game, if they give effort.
Well, sure they're going to show
Hold the
up.
ball in the right hand. I hold the ball in my correct hands, and I don't even have any.
You don't have any balls?
I don't have any hands.
Oh, hands.
Tom.
All right, I wasn't sure what you were talking about.
I have one eye.
All right, now, how about if we pretend the game's only 15 minutes since these knuckleheads only play one quarter of
Oh,
football?
great.
That's usually the fourth.
Yeah, only 4 fumbles if it was a 15-minute game.
Okay. How about go to that no-huddle offense? Oh, boy, that would be something, wouldn't it?
That would be. Yeah,
Don't you think?
I agree.
Huh? Come on. Let's do something different. My God.
Let's win.
But the key I really do think is not falling in Lake Erie. Because you can. Have you seen how close that stadium is to Lake Erie?
No?
It's right there.
Is it?
And believe me, if it's right there, dude.
Is it going to be cold?
Dude, it's going to be freezing your.
Now, that's going to be a
you're gonna
factor?
You're going to be freezing your snowballs off. Yes.
Okay. If that's going to be a factor in the game, you think, Tom?
Is it going to be a factor?
Yeah.
Yeah, it usually is.
Wow. What are you going to do?
Huh?
You win some, you lose a lot.
You certainly have, buddy. You know what, though? I really like you.
I like you too, Tom. This is fun.
You like this?
Yeah.
All right, well, listen, now let me ask you something.
Yeah. Can you turn my head?
Yeah, sure.
I want to look at you. Thank you.
Oh, Jesus. Here, hold on.
Ow.
How about if, okay, let me hear.
Hey,
I want you to
guys.
watch this. I want you to watch this because we're going to show everybody now who, well, actually, I selected, okay, to walk the plank this week. Okay, that's Austin Seferian-Jenkins. Now, I bet you, if he's watching this, which I'm sure he isn't, that he want to come down here and wring my neck. But the fact of the matter is that he will tell you, I know he's left-handed. I can tell he's left-handed, all right? Left-handed dominant. You do not hold the football in your left hand when you're on the right side of the field. You hold it to the outside, all right? It just, that is kiddie land stuff that I learned in high school, okay? In high school. And he fumbled the football because that ball was not secured in the right hand. Now, whether or not he had it in the other hand and secured it, who's to be seen. But fact is, it was in the wrong hand, and that is why that young man, who is going to be a pretty good tight end in the National Football League, is walking a plank this week. That's just the way it goes.
And why did he hold the ball in the wrong hand, Tom? What was his excuse?
I don't know what the hell he was doing. I asked him a question. Nobody has any cojones. I said, hey, did you have the ball in the wrong hand? And he's like, listen, and he said, well, regardless of what hand it was in, I didn't secure it.
Ah.
Okay? He was thinking, God, did I have it in the wrong hand? Of course you did.
Idiot.
Yeah. Freaking believable. Are we done yet? Oh, it's a beautiful thing. You know what, folks? I'm really glad that you joined me tonight. I don't know how many there are either. But do me a favor, will you? Next time you post to this joint, call in, okay? See that number? Okay? See that number? That number? God love you.
Put
Next
it in your
Thursday, everybody.
Put it in your emergency contacts.
Okay. See you, buddy. Bye-bye.